On June 17th, the Surgeon General of the United States penned an op-ed within the New York Times, as well as pushed Congress to have warning labels placed onto social media postings that might be seen by children. However, we have to look at this beyond just what happens with children, where we start having to think about what types of issues might come about because of what we see on social media, what we view on social media, and what we might accept as real due to social media. Which leads to the obvious question: why should we happen to have Surgeon General warning on social media and social media feeds? It's not cigarettes, it's not alcohol, it's not tobacco, it's not other things that might have adverse impacts on our overall health. Is what does the words, what does the actions that are being seen on social media, being fed on social media, what do those actions have in terms of outcome, not on the person presenting the information, but on the person receiving the information and acting on that information? And that's the key here. What is happening on the action end of the information? And when we start looking at what's coming out of the social media feeds as to what the Surgeon General is interested in trying to curtail, is the health risks that can come about, particularly the mental health risks that can come about due to the constant exposure of fictionalized real world experiences. And so this is where we have to think about what's being presented on social media as the based on a true story style of like movie, where yes, things are happening in real life, but what is being presented on social media is not real life. There are billions of tips and suggestions that have been hashtagged within the social media feeds over the last few years. And it would take us billions of hours to go through each one of those various types of presentations as relates to the suggestions that are: this is how to be healthy, this is what you should do or should not do, this is what within your life in order to be healthy, which is the misinformation, disinformation that we get bombarded with all the time on social media. And it kind of goes into that aspect of what is real versus what is fake, and the idea that I have the right to say whatever I want to say, and my opinion is just as valid as someone's factual information. We have to base everything that we're going to present off of facts. If you have facts to back up your opinion, if the basis of your opinion is factual, present the facts. And if the facts line up through inductive and deductive reasoning to lead me to the same conclusion that you have in your opinion, then we can agree. And that's the religion of thinness, or the culture of thinness, that has a direct impact on what my overall health happens to be, because we end up getting stuff pitched to us through social media as to what body image happens to be, what body weight happens to be, how body image and body weight somehow correspond to health, which they don't, and how I value myself and how I value my self-worth based off of how other people perceive me based off of my body image. And this leads into issues that relating to weight bias issues. What does my body image look like relative to somebody else? Automatically assigning capacities for the person to what their body image happens to be. And that equation is what leads into the idea of thinness and the culture of thinness that dictates self-worth in the community, but also is going to govern how a lot of medical professionals will approach their patients.